transporter from dispatch. All passengers on board. You can ask for the clearance to take off.
500.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Alright, welcome back. Here we are live. We're going to adjust the time, or the weather and time here, or possibly just the weather. We'll get a nice little sunrise thing going on. We're going to hit a few scattered clouds. Alright, so we are in our Microsoft Flight Simulator NeoFly Career Mode, episode 45 here. And we're going to Lucas Field. So we got clearance to take off here, runway number 20. And we are over in Concord, North Carolina, headed over to, where are we headed to? I know it's Lucas Field in Kentucky, but let's go ahead and see what town we're going to. We're going to Nicholasville, Kentucky. Elevation of the runway is 902, and we are landing in runway number 27. So once again, guys, appreciate you tuning in. We're just having our morning cup of coffee here. Figure we do a semi quick flight. So let's go ahead and get prepared here. With that, our elevation is set for a hefty 6,000 feet, so we got some mountains to climb over. I'm gonna guess those Blue Ridge Mountains up by like Boone and Asheville, North Carolina. I know those sit at around 4,000 something feet. So, alright, so we got that going. We're gonna go ahead and notify our passengers for seat belts and safety as we get rid of our flaps. We're going to start pushing a little bit just from the initial inertia because this thing is a powerful jet. And yeah, how are we doing here? All our other lights are on, strobes, all good to go. So let's go ahead and just depart and release the brake. Alright, so I appreciate you guys tuning in. Once again, guys, always love the love and support that I've seen on the channel. All the new subs, welcome. And enjoying watching the watch hours increase there. So we got wheels off the ground.
Have a great flight. Watch out for the champagne corks. These particular VIPs have a reputation.
And we got positive climb, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, contact Charlotte departure on 128.325. Good day.
that. And then we're going to reduce our throttle. Contact ATC.
128.325 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Goodbye.
And I'll get some updates after we finish up with ATC.
Charlotte departure Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is passing 2,800 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Charlotte departure altimeter 29.9er, 2 radar contact, continue.
Alright, they may give us handoff super fast, but we'll see. Alright, we are at a climbing speed of 207. That's not too bad, just above the white arc. Let's go ahead and get a quick little exterior view of the CJ4 that we're in. crossing over 4,600 feet. Kind of curious if that's Lake Norman over there. That is Lake Norman. Alright, so we're coming up to our altitude now of 6,000 feet. We're going to just make sure that we don't exceed and top off the red area. So our NeoFly career here, we're doing a VIP mission with 6 passengers. Alright, once we level off here, we're at 5,900. Alright, and we should be leveling off pretty much now. There's that red area that we don't want to hit. At 260 knots. So we are going to just pull back on the throttle just a little bit. Check our speed here. Alright, cruise speed looks good. 233. So we'll start our update here. So as far as our NeoFly career goes, our AI pilots, Snoop, Gucci, Hurricane, and I think it's Mad Dog. Mad Dog is sitting with us as a co-pilot in the CJ4. Gucci is sitting as a co-pilot with Snoopy, also in a CJ4, and Hurricane is still flying out TB. A little bit of
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra contact Atlanta Center on 125.15. Good day.
125.15 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Goodbye.
a little bit of ATC contact going on.
Atlanta Center Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 6,000 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Atlanta Center altimeter 29.9er 2 radar contact. Continue.
Alright, so we got that. We got cruise altitude 232, or cruise altitude at 232 knots. And our financial update, yeah, so our AI pilots, they're doing their thing. Our pilot, like I said before, we're headed over to Lucas Field in Nicholasville, Kentucky, departing from Concord, North Carolina at the Concord Regional Airport. So we will go ahead and do a quick little financial update on our NeoFly career. Wasn't too bad yesterday. I didn't do too much flying myself, but we did make $552,000, I think. No, we made $543,000. That was the day before yesterday. We made that.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra contact Atlanta Center on 13.55. Good day.
All right, we got another handoff.
134.55 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Goodbye. Atlanta Center Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 6,000 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-ray Golf Sierra, Atlanta Center altimeter 29.902 radar contact continue. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, contact Atlanta Center on 125.15. Good day.
All right, that's a lot of handoffs, so I think we're going to just acknowledge it and then go in the dark on ATC so that I can get through the updates.
Goodbye.
There you go. All right, so we currently sit at $8 million in cash. We have $3.2 million in fixed assets, and we have a total net worth of $2.3 million or $12.3 million. So that is a quick little financial update. Our tour adventure update outside of NeoFly is we started a Ireland tour. So we completed the first leg. So if you haven't seen that, it is out there for you. And probably get the second leg going at some point this week. Today is Tuesday. I can try to fit it in later on this afternoon, after work, I think. Either that or tomorrow morning. I will definitely do it at the latest. So, second leg of Hawaii. That's why it's not going to be every day. So, we are doing that, and then yeah. So now we can just enjoy the view here, and we can see what's going on our current flight plan. So, we are coming up to the mountains shortly. It looks like. And let's go ahead and find out where we actually are on our flight plan. And for those that don't know, we use nav maps for our flight plan, and here we are connected, and we are coming up to nice. Yeah, so we are going to be going like Blowing Rock, Banner Elk. I know this area very well. West Jefferson is yeah, so if Boone is here, then Asheville is going to be down this way with Black Mountain. I used to vacation up there a lot when I lived in Raleigh. There's a lot of nice hiking trails up there. Boone is a pretty laid-back town. They got hit pretty hard with the hurricane this year, hurricane season. So I hope they are recovering just fine. Alright, so what else do we got coming up here? It looks like we're following some sort of up on this way. And that appears to be it's not marked. Ah, that's Lake Hickory. Whoa, I looked down for a second and then looked up and we're in clouds. There we go. So yeah, we are sitting in the CJ4, the orbit version. Super fun plane to fly here. Speed check, we're still good at 2. We're going to go ahead and head on over to our NeoFly. And we can go ahead and serve our passengers some drinks. Keep them all happy. Let's get an exterior view here since we seem to be all stable with our speed. There's that Lake Hickory. Coming up to Lower Creek. Oh yeah, I guess I can talk about that. So we've been doing some other stuff on the side, and we got some posts scheduled. So we did pre-order our Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 package. So we are looking forward to getting that. We completed the last few bits of our computer upgrade that we're going to do. And I think starting on, let me pull it up. Alright, starting on November 9th, we're going to do a top 10 countdown of the top 10 airports in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I basically just did a search, found some nice airports. All have different kind of features. Let me go ahead and get back in the cockpit so I'm not screaming over the engine. And they all have different features. So like the first one is going to be in Japan. It's RJAA. It's Narita International Airport, and that is aptly known as the gateway to Japan. And we're just gonna do a little quick takeoff and landing over at the airport. And I think in the first one we ended up doing like a flyby the tower, and then circled around, did a landing, taxied over to parking, and we're just gonna do a quick little top 10 airports. That one is a huge airport with a lot of different gates, general aviation parking. I think there's like 2 different areas for general aviation parking. And then the one that we recorded this morning was on the one of the most dangerous airports list. It has one of the shortest runways. I think we found a video on it, and it said that it was like 1,000 feet, or in length, but on our nav maps here it says 997. So I don't know, whichever one you want to go with, that is fine. Either way, it's a very short runway. We took off in a Cessna Cessna 172, and yeah, that one was a good time. It's on a small little island, Saba, I think is pronounced, S-A-B-A, and over in the Caribbean. So lots of good views there. I can probably pull up the thumbnail of the airport. That's going to be on top 10. And our thumbnail number 9. There's the thumbnail, the little preview of the top 10 airports in Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is TNCS. And we took off in that little Cessna 172. Very tiny airport. We flew around the island. It probably took about 10 minutes to do that. And yeah, lots of nice views. The runway sits on a cliff, And is that. And while I'm here, I guess I can show you number 10. And this was another Cessna 172, a little different color there, a little different paint scheme, but big airport, dual towers, in the city. So 2 different things there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and check our exterior here, make sure we got clearance to clear this mountain. Which I think we do. Oh, nice. So that is Grandfather Mountain. I hiked that mountain.
Altitude.
So we are skimming the trees there. And then now we're coming up to Elk River. Let's get a good look at view. Good view over at Grandfather Mountain. So we're up in the Boone area now. Sugar Mountain is over to the left. That's Sugar Mountain. There's Sugar Mountain Ski Resort is out that way. That's the ski slopes. And then we got a Elk River Golf Club coming up. So we got a golf course here for Elk River. That's Camille, our flight attendant, finished serving some drinks to the passengers, so they are all happy. Alright, we are quickly approaching the North Carolina-Tennessee border. And we can probably drop our altitude down to about 5,000 feet.
Altitude.
Maybe we'll go 5,100. And we'll just do a little slow descent. We got a little bit of time. We're in no rush to scare our passengers.
Altitude.
Over Elizabethton, Kentucky, or Tennessee, rather. It's that town sitting off there to our left. A little jumpy on the internet this morning. Gonna go ahead and check on our pilots here. Hurricane is on her way to South Carolina, I think, and she's going to be landing in approximately just a little under an hour. Snoop is headed over to flying over the UK, headed up towards a little island off of Northern Ireland on a VIP mission. And she is, same thing, 7:02, so a little under an hour for her as well. And we're coming up to our cruise altitude again, 5,100 feet. As we approach Indian Springs. Alright, our passengers are all happy. That is a good thing. We're going to be coming up to Concord, Tennessee. Just off to our left here. It's probably going to be up here. Get a look at the airport over there. That is Tri-Cities Airport, the regional airport. And we're going to be crossing Cricket Ridge Golf Course off to our right. Looks like we got some sand traps up here. I think that might... Nope, those are houses. Ah, that's the golf course right here. Nestled in that little neighborhood is the oh, it's not Cricket, it's like Crockett Ridge Golf Course. My bad. Alright, so we are crossing over the Tennessee-Virginia border right here by this mountain ridge. And we're going to cross over Gate City as the first town. Or I guess Webster City, Gate City, all kind of connected. But here is the Virginia border right here. And this is Weber City. It kind of loops around this little valley. And Gate City is on the other side. Let's see how long we're going to be in Virginia for as we make our way to Kentucky. Not too long at all. I think this is the border. Yep, Virginia, Kentucky border. A little ways to go, not too bad at all. We got some rolling hills along the way. Kind of this ripple effect of mountains. Alright, and we have 116 nautical miles to go. 116 nautical miles to go. And our total flight was scheduled for 249 nautical miles. So we're more than halfway there. We're going to be crossing over 23 soon, just on the other side of these mountains. And I'll pull over NeoFly, or NeoFly app, I guess you can call it. And if we pull up our log and pull up all our destinations, this is what we've done so far in our 43 different episodes. I didn't record all of these, but we did start off in Florida, made our way through New Mexico, Arizona, flew up California, went to Oregon, Washington, British Columbia, Canada, flew over by Calgary, down into Montana, Wyoming. We hit up Colorado in the beginning part of our career, and then we flew over to Nebraska, Minnesota, Iowa, Indiana, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and we flew up to New York. We made our all the way up by Montreal into Maine, did a few little stints in Massachusetts, flew into Rhode Island, Long Island, that's where we saw Plum Island. That was a book recommendation. And then we made our way to just outside of DC to Greenville, North Carolina, and then now we are headed up towards Kentucky. So we full loop around the United States. Oh, and we did hit up Mexico a couple of times. More along the lines of like just over the border. And we did one over there and one down here. So not too... We've logged quite a few flights. I know I've been enjoying it. Hopefully you guys have been too. Say hello to our fellow friend in our chat. Oh yeah, I am tired this morning. It is 6:30 a.m. here, and this is the second time that I'm waking up this morning. But we're sipping on our cup of coffee. We're enjoying our flight here from Concord, North Carolina, over to, oh gosh, my short-term memory. Where are we going? I know we're going to Lucasfield. We're going to Nicholasville, Kentucky. So yeah, we're leaving Concord, North Carolina, the Concord Regional Airport, departing from runway 20, and we're headed up to Lucasfield in Nicholasville, Kentucky, and our destination runway is runway 27. Although we haven't actually asked for clearance yet for landing, so we'll see if they change it or not. We're pretty much lined up with runway 27, so I don't see why they wouldn't give it to us. There's no north-south runway, so, and we're coming from the east headed to the west, so we should be hitting 270 on our compass. Can't see why they would have us fly around to the other side. But looking at the details of that runway, it's a cement runway as opposed to the asphalt runways that we've been landing on. And it sits at 5,546 feet in length. So not the shortest, not the longest. but we're feeling pretty good this morning, so we should have no issues there. And after we pass over these mountain ridges here, I think we might drop, let's see, we're currently sitting at 5,000 feet or 5,100 feet. We can probably drop down to, I'm going to say like 2,600 feet. So we'll go ahead and get that ready. Boom. Alright, so we got our preset altitude dial of 2,600 feet. As soon as we pass over these mountain ridges, we'll go ahead and get that going. And I'm going to refill that cup of coffee and I will be back in 2 seconds. Alright, I am semi-back. We got coffee heating up. And I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone and kind of heat up some breakfast as well. So, in the meantime, to check on our flight plan here and our altitude. So we set our altitude to 2,600 feet that we are currently descending to. We're going to check on our NeoFly passengers here. Looks like some people want some food, so we'll get a meal distribution going. In our flight plan, we are 77 nautical miles away from our airport over at the Lucas Field in Nicholasville, Kentucky, which that CJ4 equivalates to about 14 minutes of flight time. So we are quickly approaching our destination as we departed from Concord, North Carolina. And we passed over the great town of Boone, North Carolina, and flew over Grandfather Mountain. That was a treat. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and check on that coffee and that breakfast, and that should be ready for our landing over here at runway number 27. Alright, so we are back. We also got our cat Phoenix. We got a few pets in this household. Phoenix is our newest addition. Seems like he's here to stay. So landing planned for runway 27. At, what is the name of that airport? Or not the name of the airport. 79 KY. That's Lucasfield.
Altitude.
Alright, so we are approaching our assigned altitude. Go ahead and get back on the air with ATC.
Indianapolis Center Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is at 3,500 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Indianapolis Center altimeter 29.9er, 2 radar contact, continue. Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra, you are 7 miles southeast. Maintain
present heading and altitude. Expect vectors visual runway 27 approach Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, you are 2,700 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 6,000 feet altimeter, 29er decimal 9er 2.
Alright, we're going to be preparing for landing, so I'm not climbing up that way. We'll acknowledge it nonetheless.
Climb and maintain 6,000 feet Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
That's kind of why I went dark and on ATC to begin with.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, contact Indianapolis Center on 126.375. Good day.
Alright, I guess he gave up on us and started
Going
handing
to
it off to somebody
126.375
else.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Indianapolis Center Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is at 2,600 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, Indianapolis Center altimeter 29er decimal 9er 2 radar contact. Continue.
Alright, we are 39 nautical miles away from our airport. We got 1,800 feet for our next level. Or we may just go ahead and make 1,900 feet.
Altitude. Altitude.
We're not going to execute that just yet, though.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet. X-ray Golf Sierra, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
I mean, we should be good in less than 1 minute. They should stop telling us to climb because we're at the top of our descent approach.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
Alright, internet very choppy this morning.
Lexington approach on 120.
We did get a lot of rain yesterday, and I know about 28,000 people in our county had lost power, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Lexington approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is at 2,600 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Lexington. Approach altimeter 29.9 radar contact continue.
Alright, so we're going to prepare. We are less than... Yeah, we're less than 20 miles out from the airport, so we're gonna go ahead and reduce our landing gear here. We're going to introduce some flaps. We're going to increase our throttle just a little bit to counteract that drag that everything creates. Just keep an eye on our speed here. We're coming up to our turn on our flight plan where we're going to line up to the runway. There is no taxiways on this runway over here at Lucas Field, so we're just going to land, head on over to the back of the runway, come to a complete stop, and there and divide our path.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
Not climbing to 6,000 feet. Nope, not going to do it. Because I am getting ready for my landing here. ATC did not know that. We're going to go ahead and tune to the tower. Nope, they already gave us. They already know that we're landing. So we're crossing over 75 here. It's like 11 miles north of Madison.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
And we're coming up to the Whitehall Historic Site. Not quite sure what that is, but right here.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, climb and maintain 2,900 feet.
And this is the Kentucky River.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, please acknowledge.
Climb and maintain 2,900 feet Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra Airport is at your 10 o'clock 12 miles. Maintain present heading and altitude. Report runway in sight.
Don't have the runway in sight just yet.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, please acknowledge.
Maintain present heading and altitude Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Oh, I think I see the runway. There.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra has the runway in sight.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, you are 10 miles east of 79er Kilo Yankee. Maintain present heading and altitude.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Man, you'd think we were on an IFR flight. So this is set for a VFR. Let me It doesn't look like there's much traffic around. Feel like I would like to. They did tell us to hold up.
Autopilot.
Alright, we're 4.8 miles away from the airport. We are going to start our descent. Alright, throttle is cut off. Going to pull up here.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. Transporter from dispatch. Clear the runway and taxi to parking.
Alright, little rough run or landing there this morning, but everybody's safe and sound. We're gonna go ahead and I guess that's the taxiway off to the left there, or off to the right. Just a little dirt thingamajig. No, that's a road. That's not a taxiway. Alright, so we're just gonna stop right here. We will head on into the cockpit, shut our engines off to get NeoFly to accept our mission.
Transporter. Disembarkation in progress. Stand by.
Alright, safe and sound landing this morning.
Okay, that's all the VIPs off the aircraft now. A job well done.
Alright, so
Everything is on board.
appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit that subscribe button and we'll see you on the next one. We'll try to get that second round of Ireland flight going later on today.